Hey guys, okay, here's where we are right now. In 24 hours, I created 100 garage door repair websites. They're all different. They all have 80 images per website. So that's 8,000 totally unique images that Google's never seen before. 80 per website times 100 websites, 8,000 images. I have different logos. I have different page contents. I can have different pages, different global variables, anything I want spread across all these websites. All right, so you're staring at about 50 of them right now, just different. And they're all driving traffic to a dispatch center. All right, so different phone numbers per website, but it's all going to the same client. So yeah, whether it's a franchise or different clients altogether across the nation, or whatever it is I want to do. Anyway, these are all different websites, different business names, different whatever, and they all got pages, okay, that you can read. So there are about 16 base pages. Now, here's the point I want to make beyond that. They all have subdomains, right, for every geo-targeted keyword that they operate in nationwide. And what's cool about that, in the process of launching these websites, we created 2,500 subdomains each. Now, anyone who knows what creating subdomains entails, if you do it manually, it takes about a minute each. So 2,500 would take about 40 man hours of work just to create the subdomains. That's without even putting page contents into them. Okay. So if you wanted to do that with 100 websites, you'd have to hire 100 guys, probably like $6 each, maybe out of India, to sit there and hammer away those subdomains. So it would take 100 guys about 40 hours to get it done. Okay. And that's what the industry is doing right now. I want to make very clear how competitive this structure is because you're going to start getting access to it today. Okay. So we created it. So for instance, if I'm looking at one of these and I just want to go there, I don't care what it says. It could say like Belmont 24-hour garage door repair. If I go, that is Belmont, Massachusetts garage door repair. And the degree to which I use any kind of keyword density or page titles, keywords in the page title, geo targets, whatever I want to do is totally up to me on this page, as the same or different as every other page I want to touch. And that's times all these websites. Now let's think about this real quick. We put up 2,500 subdomains that each have 16 pages that are different. So these are 40,000 page websites we launched. Okay. So we launched 40,000 times 100 in a day. We have 4 million web pages benefiting one or more clients we're trying to benefit. In our case, one dispatch center that we launched in a single day. Okay. And we made those sites as different as we wanted and as similar as we wanted. Now that's one thing. It's pretty amazing because that's hard to do, right? It took us a while to get the details arranged the way we wanted, but once we did, we uploaded a file that said go create them. And once every 2 minutes, a website was born from the moment of buying the domain name from GoDaddy. Okay, because the domain name was available, anyone could buy it. From the moment we bought the domain name to the moment we submitted the sitemap to Google for that website, for a 40,000 page website, was 2 minutes. And we did 100 of them on autopilot. Took 200 minutes, just 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, that's what we did. Then we came back and started looking over our pages, right? I wonder what these things look like. Let me see. And we started noticing things that we wanted to change. Okay, because as you go down through the pages, you're like, okay, I want to change this, I want to change that, I want to do this, I want to do that. And as we did that, we started saying, let's make those changes now. That's the other part, and it's industry changing. Also, the first industry changing thing is to be able to launch 100 websites. But even Google, okay, everyone knows that it's not about launching that matters. It's about how well you can control the websites after you launch them. Google's ranking you is based on how often you come back to the website and make some updates here and there. Okay, this is where we get incredibly competitive. Let's say we want to make an SEO change every week so Google can see it, and we want to make it on some or all of those pages. I can physically sit here and open up one Excel file, make some edit replace ideas by looking at one of these websites and seeing what I would like to change to improve something like SEO. And I can get that done in just a few minutes. And once I have that information arranged the way I want, like adding a geotarget to a page title or something, I can hit go. And the whole thing is affected in about 7 minutes. I can physically update 4 million web pages spread across 100 websites in 15 minutes or less. And when you think about that, it's extraordinary. Google bots will come back to the websites and see, oh, these pages have been touched. They're being dealt with. Somebody's here. They're active. Okay. That's what changes the industry standard. See, all the competitors out there, right? Whenever they get knocked down in rank or something, they make a phone call and say, hey, you guys get up out of bed, start pounding away contact, check SEO, check page titles, meta description, see if you can stick an image up here at the About Us page and down there on the other side. And all these guys go running to affect all the pages so that hopefully they can make a change to like 100 pages each guy for the company's website, which might have 1,000 pages on it. And they're doing it to try to regain some ground in Google, right? That is the work of rank. Rank is every time you step over somebody who used to be in that spot, you push them down one, but in the act of pushing them down, that means theoretically they're making less money, which means that they immediately start calling and saying, hey guys, get up, get moving, start improving the pages, because they're trying to regain again. Now, at the same time that happens, though, that's not the end of the struggle. See, along with them getting bumped down, whoever was there before is knocked down one. Whoever was there was knocked down one. Whoever was there. So all these guys are waking people up and saying, get on it quick, right, improve, whatever, do something. And so all these guys get tearing at it. So the competitors are paying people tons of money all month long to get that done. You don't have to. You hit some buttons and you outrank all of them, or at least you outdo all of them. So you'll outrank them as long as you're being smart about what you do. But any SEO tricks you know I don't know, you can implement them. But you can do anything. You can decide which navigation bars, you can change colors. You can decide if the wording should be on the left, center, or right. You can decide if the page order should change. You can decide if the colors of the font of the wording should change or the font should change. You decide that for literally anything and everything here. You can flip sections on and off. You can flip this whole bar on or off, this bar on or off, this bar on or off. You can do whatever you want with the banners. You can upload new images. I did a stress test, 8,800 images spread across 100 websites. Uploaded them and it went from holes where the images should be to all of a sudden, boom, 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 images all spread throughout all the pages, outfitting all the pages. Did it in less than 7 minutes. Now, what if they were the wrong images? It would take me less than a minute to take them all down. All 8,800, I can delete them across 110 websites and then put up the right images in another 7 minutes. Okay. What if I want to change the passwords to all these websites? About 2.5 minutes. I can change them all immediately to whatever I want, even if they're totally different passwords. We've got much more happening here. And for the guys who are getting involved and getting going, we're going to include you in our ring. Either you know what you want to do, what you want to create these websites for, or you want to be part of the crew that we can update in a group to get more websites doing more things for us. Okay. So there's a lot going on right now. What is my promise to you? Even if you have bad English, let's say you're in India and your English isn't all that good. Or let's say you're an American who isn't very technical, okay, and you don't really know how to do a lot of technical stuff. I promise you that you're going to be able to launch 100 websites a week. It'll take about a day to figure out what to do with images, a day to figure out what to do with content, a day to arrange the variable sheets, the var sheets, the Excel files. It'll take about a day to get the company information figured out, buy the domain names, and prepare, and then you just go ahead and launch the website. On the 5th day, and after it's launched, start making edits to improve. Anything you missed, you can suddenly fix. That's the point I want to make. Competitors hate to have to go back and fix something, and they try not to. They cut corners because it's expensive every change they make. Us, Not expensive. It is cheap and easy and takes moments, and you can do it easily. Taking it a step further, it's possible to arrange updates in advance and then just run them out on a schedule so that Google sees how automated you're being. Well, automated, how active with the website you're being, and yet it doesn't look like automated. This isn't like updating a clock on the website because Google expects that. That Google knows is a script. But you can make human changes that affect tons of pages at once on each website very, very simply. So, yep, you can do this. And the way to get started is right here. Go to website-installer.com, okay? And when you do, choose your category, get T2HC. There are a lot of new features I haven't even covered yet in T2HC, but I'm trying to launch this in a way that you can understand. And all the cool stuff that's happening in here will come out as we go. There are 3 versions of this that are different by the price, depending on what you get. There's full width banner versus banner blocks. Those of you been around long enough, you know what that means. Full width banner are like these that we have here, okay? That's a full width banner. It goes all the way across, and we can make it as tall as we want. So it can totally take up the screen. If we flip this off, and that off, and set the height to like 950 pixels, then this banner will totally take up the screen. And we can decide if we want the verbiage to say, click here to continue or contact us or whatever. We can make these decisions, right? Now, what else could be here? A video, a looping video. It doesn't have to be an image, it can be a video. You could start it with a video, and after the video loops once, it can go to an image that explains to people what to do next. Now, here's so the promise I'm going to make to you is you can launch 100 websites to take over an industry, and it'll cost you about $1,200, mainly $12 per domain. And you could even put them all on a single cPanel, okay? So for guys in India who can't afford to buy a new cPanel for each client right away until the client is willing to pay for that as part of a bundle, but you want to get ahead and show what you've got, you can put it all on one cPanel, okay? So there's a lot to say, but I want to make this as clear as possible. So full width banner is that. Banner blocks is the other variation. If we did the live demo, many of you remember. You can put these blocks on the side of the banner. You can put them on the left side, the right side, or both. You can have as many as you want running down on both sides or either side, okay? And yes, you can change the height of this to any height you want, okay? And you can change the height here just by adding more. You can also cut these in half so that there's 2 buttons on any one of these rows. Same with the other side, okay? Very simple to make those switches in the back end. That way, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to offer and you want to make sure people can see right away, they can see. By the way, the reason for these colors is they're base. They're just like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, or 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, something like that. And this is so that we can use that as the standards by which to change the colors to all the different themes. Okay? So yeah, you can absolutely adjust all the colors in here, and you should. This isn't done to make it look bad. This is done so these colors can be changed automatically in sets. Okay? Now, having said all that, here's what I want to say. This version here is very much do-it-yourself. I think the price, if you were to click get details on either one of these, okay, then it's going to be one installation, 250 bucks. Okay. See the payment options at the bottom. You can sign in, by the way. That makes it easier to buy. Order form for instant installation. Just fill in the information. Company information, if you have any, it's optional. Fill it in. It's optional. Fill it in. And then you must decide, are you using a new domain or an existing domain? If you want a new domain, buy new domain, do your search right here. It'll tell you if it's available and how much it costs, and you can hit the add button. So just put in your domain name, hit search, and see what's available. Okay. Or you can use an existing domain, something you already have. Just select that. Type in the domain name that you have. This is the instructions for setting the name servers, like log into GoDaddy, go to domain manager, select that domain, hit name servers. change the name servers to these two name servers, and that's it. It only takes a couple of minutes. Okay. Now you can buy with a full payment. And by the way, this includes your cPanel, and it'll include your domain name if you're buying a new one. If you're using an existing one, there won't be an additional charge. Okay. Or you can buy using a subscription payment. So real quick about the full payment, when you hit buy, you'll see where you can log into PayPal and buy, or if you scroll down, you see a gray button that lets you buy with a credit or a debit card. Okay. If you want to buy with a subscription payment, you need to have a PayPal account for that. It's a PayPal subscription. But then you can either make payments for 3 months. Okay, this will tell you how much per payment, or 6, or even 12. Okay, it's the most expensive if you go the longest, obviously. But the fact of the matter is it's digestible. It's something you can afford if you're having trouble affording any other way. Then you can buy with a subscription payment. Okay, that also allows you to buy more things. Now, real quick, the difference between one and the other was what? Let me just make that clear, right? Okay. These two have no themes, right? They just say full width banner, banner blocks. The next two, it's the same thing, but they include 100 theme styles. So you can just switch between one and the next to get instantly all these different color settings. Like what you see here, you can go from this kind of a color setting to that kind of a color setting to that kind of a color setting, or that, whatever you want, just by switching a button. You'll switching a number from 1 to 100. Okay, so you can absolutely do that. All right, so this is awesome, and I think it's only about 100 and what, 75 more, 25, something like that. Get details. What is it? 375 instead of 250. Again, so that's what, 125 more. It is so worth it, because imagine trying to create all those themes yourself. You have to set all the colors and all the fonts and then save it as a new theme. Well, this just comes with 100 that are pre-done for you. Okay. Yes, it was a lot of work, but when you install it, it'll have that. And again, you've got that for either banner blocks or full width, depending on your taste. You know, what you like more. All right, quick word to the wise. We don't have it in place for the banner blocks 100 themes yet, but it will be really soon. Okay, we just have to finish getting them created, and then we can add them into your websites. But if you buy that option, of course, you get them for free. They're included with this purchase. Now, here's where it gets much more expensive. This is like buying 6, maybe 7 of the standard ones. If you get one of these unlimited, full width banner unlimited, or banner blocks unlimited, get one of those or both. What are those? That means that we actually create a portable version of it that you can install as many times as you want to a cPanel, times as many cPanels as you have available. Okay, they got to be cPanels on our server. This software only works on our server. Okay, it's been like that for years. So if you and anyway though, if you do that, we don't cap you. You can get as many add-on domains as you want. You can get as many subdomains as you want per add-on domain. You can get as many cPanels as you want. Okay, so there's that. And then if you're wondering, what about the cPanel? See that? That's right there, cPanel hosting. You can click that. Okay, get it there, or just from the top. It's the same thing. Choose your category. cPanel hosting. It's the same thing. And if you get that, it's $50 per cPanel, includes the security cert and everything else. Okay, so then you can buy more cPanels here, and you'll get access to your cPanels. That way you can install what you bought into more cPanels. So you go from putting them all on one cPanel to putting them all across several cPanels, which is better. If you put everything on one cPanel, Google sees it like one big fat website about whatever you put on there. You got a plumber client on there, you got an electrician client, you got an affiliate program and another affiliate program, some MLM program, and you got a roofing client. Google's going to say, I don't get what the website's about. It's sort of about all of that. Okay, but if people are not paying you enough to get separate cPanels, that's how you do it. You start cheap. You move forward from there. Maybe they're just handing out cards, right? So they don't need rank or anything. But then if you want to upgrade and get more cPanels and spread your websites across cPanels, just get more cPanels here. The bigger options are bigger yet. That literally means getting a copy of the entire website installer project, okay? And some of the other softwares that make all of this possible, they come together. You can call me if you want to talk about that. Think in terms of $30,000 for entire copies of the entire thing, okay? But those of you that want to work your way up to that, okay, you can do it. You can start and build into the bigger ones. By the time you get huge, I'm telling you what huge is right now. The internet does not have this capability. No one offers it to the public. We can generate and control these websites all day long. We can make them as different as we want. We can include as much information and change things and interweave things any which way we want intelligently, and we can impact millions of web pages an hour, 16 million easily. By the way, all those 100 websites and that 4 million web pages, okay, and I only got 50 up out of the 100, but all of them are only taking up 3% of my server space and resources, basically, okay? They are not bogging the server, and they're not taking up hardly any room. Really, really powerful stuff, okay? So those of you that want to think big, you want to get a server, you want to get the entire system, right? You want to be able to set up a massive project and run it out and literally just dominate an industry, right? You can work your way up to that. Give me a call if you're interested. In the meantime, take the options here. If you think you can, right? If you can, go with the biggest option. Always run with the biggest option. If you have to, stop the subscription. You can always step down if you need. But what's my point about that? Like this full width banner unlimited, okay, if you do this now, right, you will be able to put this on as many websites as you want in as many subdomains as you want. So get on a PayPal subscription if you can't afford to buy it outright. If you need to, drag it out for 12. You'll pay $450 the first month. And if you do that, what's that mean? That means that you can already take like a week to learn what's going on, all the videos that are going to cover these steps, just day by day, what you do. Monday, what you do. Tuesday, what you do. And then what? Take a week to literally run it out. Run out your first industry takeover, right? And you'll be totally amazed what that does. And you'll be able to offer it to people. You'll be able to rent, sell the sites, or you'll be able to join forces with us and create work with us, okay? Because now that all this is built, it's just strategy, and we can move incredibly fast now, so let's do it, okay? We are going to get into the habit of launching industry dominating runs. The runs are going to start dominating the industries, but we're going to launch a new industry run basically every week, okay? Aside from vacations, every week. And my promise to you is, even if you don't have good English, even if you're not good technically, you can do this level of power the cheap way or the better way, but you can do this level of power every week. Okay, you can basically create all these on one cPanel every week. Okay, that's how much power you're going to have, and it starts right here. So if you get the one website, it's one instance, and you can make 500,000 pages on it and run it up. If you can get this bigger one here, right, that's what this is. It's pretty big. But if you can get that, you can put as many installations as you want up on your website. You can swap the themes for each one. So you can start selling to any customers anywhere, massive, easy to control websites, and handling SEO for them by the month. If you charge them $500 a month, will take you like 5 minutes, not 10 hours. Totally easy. All right. Hope this helps. Can't wait to see you on the inside. This is a kickoff, guys. This is where things get as big as they can get. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this interesting, because it really is. It really is amazing for those of you that get involved. Nothing like this exists that anyone's ever seen out there. We were asking around, and this is the end of the 11 years worth of development we did. The fact that we can launch websites and control them in a day by the hundreds, okay, that's pretty amazing. That means that there's no such thing as what if it doesn't work. The answer is change things around, make things more varied, improve some other things, add some pages, do this, do that. Piece of cake. Open the file, make some changes, close it, run it up. That's it. So that is truly something else. And you can have that kind of power. That'll change your life. like it's changing ours. All right, see you on the inside.